What's going on, guys? My name's Leo Rydell, and welcome back to Geekly Goods, where we talk the latest in movies, TV shows, with a sprinkle of anime and gaming, guys. We also do food, Blu-ray hauls, so if you like that content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and let's talk about The Boys, Episode 4. Wow! First and foremost, I just gotta say, applause to Anthony Starr. This is a fantastic performance as Homelander. We get a lot of Homelander in this episode, and we start to see the end of episode 3 and what happened there with Stormfront getting the media attention. We start to see that on the incline in this episode, and I don't want to spoil too much, but we start to see Homelander slowly slip into insanity, and we start to see the consequences of having a psycho Superman. The characters in this show, he has his eyes and ears on all of them. Like, it is immensely crazy how deep he is in just about everybody's life. And it's scary because, you know, think about it. If he was a Superman, it would be okay because he would be all about glory and justice. And on the inside, he's not. He's all about himself, his own agenda, making himself happy. He's psycho. He's over the top. So giving him the keys to the castle and allowing him to be so free and make so many decisions is a dangerous thing. And we see some of the consequences of that in this episode. And wow, my man, Anthony Starr, great performance. Now, we also get a cool road trip with Huey, Mother's Milk, and Starlight, and we get a nice dynamic there. You know, the characters have a really cool trio dynamic. It's enjoyable, and it keeps us held in, and ooh, sparks are flying between Starlight and Huey, the usual, but we learn quite the crazy fact about Stormfront. I don't want to reveal because I don't want to spoil, but let me know down in the comments if you know what I'm talking about in that crazy reveal, because I didn't see that coming. I definitely didn't see Stormfront and that past being a connected bridge. But wow, when we do learn that fact, it brings a lot more to Stormfront's character and kind of gives us a hint that there are layers, plenty of layers under this character. And it's not that we didn't know that before, but whew, this fact is absolutely crazy. And then we also get Butcher, and he gets to have a bit of a moment with Becca. Now, again, this is something I don't want to spoil, but I do want to bring up that the two of them do kind of reunite in this episode, and we learn some things about Butcher. You know, we learn he's not quite the greatest guy that we know and love. You know, he is the leader of the boys, and the boys are pretty much the good guys in this series. But man, one thing that Butcher says in this episode, I was just like, dude, I could not believe that. But at the same time, you can easily empathize and see where he's coming from. Again, I don't want to spoil, so I'm not quite going to say, but you guys have to let me know down in the comments if you know what I'm talking about with Butcher and Becca, because it was such an emotional moment, you know, and that's what I love so much about these characters, is that the interactions are so powerful no matter who is with who in what scene. And man, Carl Urban, amazing actor. I love his energy. I love his Billy Butcher. And man, I just think that the emotional high in this episode is crazy. There is also a series of interviews going on in this episode, and be on the lookout for that because it is significant in the end and to the story. So definitely don't think that it's random. It has a lot to do with the story. So be sure to be attentive to that because those interviews do lead somewhere. And I do like what they did and what they're doing with those interviews and what it leads to at the end. I know I'm being vague, but again, I'm trying to keep this spoiler free. But let me go back to Homelander real quick. Just the fact that this guy is a psycho Superman, you really feel that, and you really see, like, man, the Seven could easily take out these guys if they all teamed up and decided to just, you know, riot against him and actually go against him. But man, he comes into an encounter with Stormfront this episode, and the energy is crazy. I mean, the tension on screen, you can feel how uncomfortable Homelander is and how much his confidence has slipped. You know, he is the face of the Seven, supposedly, but now he has a challenger, and there is this dynamic between him and Stormfront that is so exciting to watch because you just feel deep in your bones that a clash between these characters is coming. There's no way this can't be leading to Stormfront and Homelander possibly duking it out to be the leader of the Seven. It is absolutely nuts. I love the two of them on screen together because you just feel how threatened Homelander feels with Stormfront's presence. And it's just so crazy good. Like, I applaud the boys for the amazing work they're doing on these characters. Like I said, Homelander, such a psychotic character and a character that we would totally look up to in most media, you know, Superman. And of course, in Marvel, you've got characters with super strength that you look up to as well, Thor. But it's crazy here where we get this super being who on the outside and to the media looks like somebody who is this shining star and, you know, a banner for peace and hope, but then deep down is evil and psychotic. I just love that character. I love Billy Butcher, and I love that we get to humanize Butcher a little bit because you kind of see Butcher as like this guy for true truth and justice here and who wants to rid the world of soups. You know, he wants to take down the system. But man, the way he is in this episode, we get to see a little transparency and we get to see that each of these characters have a good and a bad side to them. You know, there is a good and a bad and equal weight in pretty much all of them. I'm not going to say Homelander. He's pretty bad. But man, guys, you guys gotta let me know what you thought about this episode of The Boys. It is 12:22 in the morning, so your boy is definitely tired. But definitely drop a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts of this episode. What do you think is going to happen with Homelander and Stormfront? What do you think is going to happen with Butcher? What do you think is going to happen with Starlight and Huey? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, everybody, and we will see you next time on Geekly Goods.